Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is the area unlocker and we are 1,300 total now, and the goal for the end of this area is 1,500 total, alongside obviously a game plan along the way. We unlocked the wilderness last episode, which actually is such a large piece of land, literally doubled the size of our area. The wilderness does open up a lot of possibilities, but most of the monsters here are too hard for me to kill, so this is the combat arc. We're going to have to train up to be able to utilize these monsters. Although there are a couple of things, like the Chaos Elemental, that could be useful at lower combat. He drops some good stuff. Then obviously it's linked to Daemonheim. So Daemonheim is going to be the root of our gear and some of our leveling. It should be pretty good. And the big combat levels, you guessed it, Elite Dungeons 3 is also unlocked, which is kinda huge. So let's get right into the game plan. The game plan on this one is rather simple. We start off with the things that we can do while doing our other games, which is the Wilderness Flash events. Doing those every single time a good one comes round to make sure that I'm stocking up some sacks and stuff is very cool. I'm mainly looking at the Evil Tree. Whenever I'm online, when the Evil Tree's going, I'm definitely going to that one. These events should give us some good loot in those bags, and I'm going to save up those bags for a big opening whenever I need anything from it. The grinds that we will be doing are 80 Dungeoneering and 80 Magic. And the goal from these grinds is a Chaotic and Guthix staff, and obviously the combat level to use it that will train at ED3. I will get some combat levels from actual Dungeoneering, but a big chunk of it will come from ED3. It's just so strong, we have to use it. We have it unlocked, why not? And that is the game plan. Guthix staff for its special attack is huge, plus it's a really good level 60 weapon, and when we get 80 magic and 80 dungeoneering, that chaotic staff will be our best in-slot weapon for a very, very long time on this account, and it's great to get it done now. It will also help us in any future endeavors in the wilderness and those hard mobs. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, time for Dungeoneering, let's get it going. Alright, so we have to do Complexity 1, right, to start, let's go. Doing Dungeoneering the correct way, boys. This is not Elite Dungeons, I know. What? Not Elite Dungeons, crazy, but we're here to have fun, and we're doing it correct. There is Complexity 6 and Level 9 Dungeoneering, so I'm just going to keep going with fully completing smalls until I have to reset. Then we'll think about what to do and change up the game plan a little bit. But because every small that I do is unlocking a new floor at the moment, might as well keep going. There is level 31, dude. This is so fast at the early levels. I know it gets slower, but my god, that's so fast. And with 31, that unlocks a resource dungeon. So you just run over near the boat to ED3. Just south of it, there is a resource dungeon with maple trees, and there is 32 dungeoneering just from that resource dungeon. I'm going to be going to all of the ones that I can in my zones for some extra XP along the way to 80. Something cool that happens inside dungeons is summoning XP from doors occasionally. I got level 6. I do need like level 23 for Summer's End and Spirit of Summer beforehand. They're the only quests I unlocked in this zone. I will see if I can get them done. If not, we're going to have to wait until we get an obelisk. Not to flex, dude, but we did get 100 Viswax first try. Now that is such a satisfying... Oh, it looks so good, dude. This allows me to extend a Dungeoneering daily. I don't know whether I get the XP for turn in or when I received it. So I received it today and I'm 30 dunge. So if I get to like, you know, a higher level and then turn it in, I'll see if I get more XP or whether I've just wasted my time. We'll see, I guess. Level 40 Dungeoneering. Let's go. Level 50 dunge. Taking a break from Dungeoneering, doing what we said we would. The Evil Tree event. This one is the best because it gives you 3 small sacks and 1 big sack. And that is better than any others. The second best is the Infernal Star, which gives 2 small, 1 big. But this is by far the best. Also, it gives you 3 times XP. You get farming, then woodcutting, then fire making. It's just so good, man. So there's the stack started. Let's start getting these in the bank and see how many we can get to. Whoa, not to alarm you guys, but I did just get level 7 summoning. Alright, we're level 59 Dungeoneering. Let's see if this daily takes us to 60 and does scale. So let's hand it in and... Yeah, that was painful. Okay, it gave me level 30 XP and not the level 59 XP, so I should have just claimed it on the spot. Well, we'll know that for future grinds on this account. But yeah, we barely made a dent into 59 with that. Any free XP is good, I guess. I wanted to see how viable doing ED3 was at my combat level with Mystic Wand and Orb. I can kite around the first mobs decently. They hurt quite a bit if they do get to me. I would have to learn to kite them a little bit better, but it's definitely viable. And I also wanted to see how much XP Hunto would give me, because there is a way to glitch him out and then not have him attack you, so I could AFK him for some XP, but it won't be worth it if he's not that great, right? So let's give it a try. If we can glitch him out, clever use of game mechanics, by the way, we can kill him without taking any damage, which would be perfect. Alright, let's try it.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Alright, so I think he's glitched out now. Alright, time to AFK, guys. I'll see you in like an hour. And 24k XP. Okay, I think it goes up with more people tagging it, but I think that's also a bit funky on Iron Man mode. So I think the play is probably just to farm the ones before Hunter in the future and keep resetting. I don't think farming solely for him will be good enough, especially with my gear. It takes way too much to get to him. So I think, yeah, Hunter is a no-go. We'll just farm the mobs instead. Did a Hunter Wilderness event for a small sack and some Hunter XP. Never a bad thing. And then it was back to dungeoneering. Now that I have a decent dungeoneering level, I've started doing guide mode. So what guide mode is it minuses 5% of your XP, but lights up the minimap like on the screen to the actual critical path to follow to get to the boss. At my level, the extra 13% you get for fully clearing isn't really worth it, so clearing the dungeon as quickly as possible is the way to go. So by doing this, I think the 5% less XP to always find the boss is way worth it. Only 5% less XP to get the dungeon done probably like 30% faster because you know exactly where to go is amazing. Definitely would recommend anyone who's leveling dungeoneering, especially in solo, to just use guide mode, get that 5% XP less and just do it that way. The only time I wouldn't use guide mode is if you're doing like 5-man larges. You don't need it because you're going to fully clear those anyway. But non-full clears, always guide mode, so good. I'm getting so much XP every single floor now, and I'm going to rock it to 80 with this method. I think when I hit like 70, 75 and start getting occults, I'll start doing larges with guide mode as well for those high floors. I think that'll be worth it. I got 68 dungeoneering and then I wanted to take a small break, so I went back to ED3 just to quickly finish off my 60 magic, which was pretty much there from just doing dungeoneering. And then that unlocked my Gothic Staff. This was one of our goals, and I'm going to go get it now from the wilderness. Obviously, all I got to do is fight that Collodian guy. He's really easy on EOC, takes 2 seconds to kill, and, you know, is no risk at all. And then because you can opt out of PvP, casting the spell 100 times is even easier as well. So I went and got my cape and my staff, which are both really strong. That's my best in slot cape until I get a Kilton cape, which is really good. It was time to go cast that spell 100 times and unlock the ability. It honestly only took about 15 minutes and I was done. Very easy stuff. Then I headed back to ED3 with my G-Staff to test it out, luring these guys one by one. What you can do is if you lure these mobs before this barrier one by one and leave one mob alive, it will reset every time. As long as you don't kill every single one of these, they will always respawn. And these are so much more XP than the little scuttlers and stuff, and they're way easier to kill, and they take like no food, etc. So they're easier and more XP than just like clearing all of that first part for me, because my stats aren't that great. So yeah, we just clear these one by one, and we leave that one little ranger up right there. And then when we teleport out and come back in, it's all reset. It's really not bad at all. I did this to 64 magic so I can get the group gatestone teleport, which will help my solos a lot, because now I have a normal gatestone and a group gatestone to then do dungeoneering with and teleport around with. It just makes the clears quicker, right? Because you can put the group gatestone down at one door that you can't do, and then you use your normal gatestone for another one. Especially when I start doing larges soon, I'm going to need it. I also done a tiny bit of fletching, which I probably should have done a while ago, and got level 58, which allows me to make a tier 50 weapon inside the dungeons. I was using a tier 40 weapon, which was quite splash heavy, so now we have a tier 50 weapon available to us, and that will splash a lot less. And 8. Summoning from that door, let's go! 73 dungeon. Man, these levels are skyrocketing now. Man, I started doing lodges with guide mode for like my top floors, especially now I have occults unlocked, and look at that XP. 39,000 XP for one floor that took 13 minutes. Not bad at all, especially because obviously I don't have the best weapons, so my clear times aren't the quickest, but that is absolutely fantastic. This would have been so much XP, but I sadly died. I was opening up a door and it like hit me twice in a row for like 2Ks and I fell over. But man, if I didn't get that minus 13%, I would have got way more XP. But 58k is mad. That is so much XP. We love it. Larges with guide mode for my top floors are definitely the way to go. Mediums with guide mode for the smaller floors. I've still been doing my caches. There's 64 div. I don't really show them, but it's going. Okay, I'm getting towards 80 for invention. Oh, I can smell it now, dude. I am one level away. There's 79. And a cheeky 9 summoning. Yeah, not going to get to the level to be able to do the quests, but that's fine. We'll do it when we get an obelisk. And this is the final dungeon. When we leave right here, there it is. 80 dungeoneering. I can go buy the chaotic staff. Look at all those unlocks. There's so many chaotics unlocked now. Lovely. We also get the 200k tokens for being level 80 and doing it traditionally through dunge. There is the chaotic staff purchased. And I was able to purchase the gem bag as well for 2k tokens. So if I'm going to do, crafting, the gem bag will help a lot. And the next thing I'll probably purchase is the Scroll of Cleansing, so I'll save up for 20k tokens eventually there. So it's back to ED3 to get 80 magic then. This is the easy part at least. Level 70 magic, 10 levels to go. Easy clap. I had a couple of low-geared Iron Men friends when I was streaming who wanted to join in. One had a Mystic Wand and Orb, and one had a G-Staff. So I don't really do group content on here, but because we're all just as bad geared as each other, then I think it's fine. It's just a bit of group content that we're all sucking at. It was kind of fun to group up with people, at least. It made it go a little bit quicker. And we did the exact same strategy to 80 magic. There it is. We can now wield our chaotic staff. And you know where I wanted to test my chaotic staff? I wanted to go to the Chaos Elemental. He dropped some really good stuff, and the main thing we're looking for is the Mystic Cloth. Because once I get free Mystic Cloth, I can actually make a Mystic Robe top even without Dragon Slayer, which is huge. So now it was time to kill Chaos Elemental for however long it takes. Yo, let's go! Sharks! Now that is a good drop. We take those sharks. Oh, that's big. The stew helps a ton. Because now that's food that gives me bowls. We like food that gives me bowls. This boss is, like, insane. For my account, at least. What do we get? Shara Bruce? Like, that's unironically crazy. I would just bank over here in the ED2 area. It's not that far away from the Chaos Elemental, and there's nothing too crazy on the way. So when I can bank kind of freely, and I can use bad food here and store the good food that I've picked up, like sharks and brews, etc., in the bank for future use. Hey, I got the cloth. I think I need, like, multiple cloth, though. But that's still huge. We take those. Anything good? Oh, a dragon longsword? What the heck? 51 defense, and what did we get? Was that worth saying? Yay, more Mystic Cloth. Let's go. And more brews. We got back-to-back brews. That's huge. We're going to go ahead and just run back to ED2 entrance. And yeah, I mean, that was a pretty damn good trip. Look at all these brews, man. If I decant them all, that's so many. Alright, we're going to have to bank. We died and we got Mystic Cloth. No, I didn't expect that phantom hit. What? Oh, hold on. I need to go back. We got our Mystic Cloth even after the death. We ran in and yoinked it. That's so annoying. He hits like twice after he dies, man. It's so frustrating that he does those like phantom hits. They're crazy. Alright, so we can finally craft free cloth into a Mystic Robe top. Obviously, we could buy one of those from Edgeville, if we had Edgeville, but you don't actually need Dragon Slayer to wear it anymore, just to buy it, which means we have an upgrade. Look at us, we're a gamer now, full Mystic, Amulet of Glory, Chaotic. Honestly, we're gaming. Alright, let's go. Dragonstone Ring, and then we just do this cheeky little level 5 enchant, and we have a Ring of Wealth too. So now we have a better ring. Honestly, the gear is looking pretty spiffy. I was a couple of levels away from the new zone, so I just did a little bit of fletching, a bit of fire making, and then grabbed some bones out of my bank because I was super close to that level to finish off 1,500 total. And level 46 prayer, but more importantly, we have 1,500 total level. Took a while for it to pop up, but it did pop up. 90 combat as well, quite cool. The chat's poll was pretty close between the desert and Mauritania, but Mauritania did edge it by a few percent. This means I unlock some cool stuff next episode. I get the whole of Mauritania. Obviously, I can't do the endgame Via questline to get Vias and a Sun Spear and stuff like that, but I can do the earlier ones to get stuff like Temple Trekking, which is really, really useful. Then I'll be able to do stuff like Barrows, and I'll have the Slayer Tower unlocked, so lots of good things and lots of potential with this unlock in the next episode. I do want to say thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. You're a legend, and thank you so much for the support that you've given me on this series so far. I'm very much enjoying it, and it's nice to see the warm reception in the comments and stuff, so thank you so much for that. Do give the video a like if you did enjoy it. It does support me heavily, and if you do enjoy the series, consider recommending it to a friend, etc. All of that stuff. Yes, subscribe to the channel, YouTube things, all of that jazz, and yeah, I'll be seeing you in the next episode in around a week's time. Have a lovely one, and as always, until next time, see ya.